Up until this point, all our sections, subsections, and sub-subsections were implicitly numbered. However, I now want to add a section without any numbering. To do this, let's head to our .tex file and write the command \section. To suppress numbering, I'm going to add the asterisk symbol and then open curly brackets, specify the section name, let's say unnumbered section. Let's add some text to this section. This is my first unnumbered section, right? And then recompile. You see, this particular section has no number associated with it. One thing you will notice among LaTeX commands is the occurrence of some kind of pattern. In this case, in order to suppress numbering, we started off with our numbered command, which was \section as is, and to suppress the numbering, we use the asterisk symbol. Similarly, if I would want an unnumbered subsection, you can go ahead and take a guess. It will be \subsection followed by asterisk. The same goes for the subsection. Almost always, when you have a command that generates some kind of numbering, you can suppress it by following the command with an asterisk symbol. So let's go ahead and add a subsection to just put an asterisk next to it and then say unnumbered subsection, right? This is my first unnumbered subsection. All right. You can go ahead and try for the subsection as well. If I just scroll down, see a numbered subsection has been added. At this point, we have distributed the document's content across different types of sectional units: numbered, unnumbered, section, subsection, sub-subsections. If you take a look at the table of contents, you will see that the unnumbered section has not been added to it. This is the default behavior. However, LaTeX offers customization. Through the use of other commands, we can add manual entries to the table of contents. Furthermore, we can also change this particular heading. So, contents is the heading that is by default given by table of contents command. Through the use of commands, we can explicitly specify some custom name. For instance, we can set this to table of contents, right? Instead of just the contents heading, we can change it to table of contents or something else like summary, anything that you want it to be, XYZ. In the next part, we will look into some of these commands. However, this is entirely optional. It is a bit advanced. So if you're a complete beginner to LaTeX, you can skip ahead, but know that it is possible to make these changes. To manually add an entry for unnumbered section in the table of contents, we need to first understand how the table of contents command works. If I go here to logs and output files, and then go down, other logs and files, and then go to output.toc here. If I click on output.toc, it downloads it for me. Let me also bring up the corresponding PDF. You will clearly see that for every table of contents entry that you see in your output PDF, a corresponding entry is made in the .toc file. Remember what I said earlier about table of contents command. It goes through a document and goes through every section, subsection, sub-subsection commands and makes a list of all the headings, right? And the corresponding page number. The .toc file is where it stores all this information. So if we want to add an entry to our table of contents, we have to make an entry to .toc file. We should not be manually editing it. We will do this via command. So let's just go back to our .tex file. Come down to line 42. So that is one line just below the section asterisk command, and start another command called add contents line. The first input to this particular command is the file into which we need to write the line. So the file is .toc, so we'll just write toc. Okay. The second is what type of entry are we writing to a table of contents? Is it a section, subsection, things like that? So ours is a section, and the third input is the section name. In this case, I want it to be the same as our heading that we have specified here. Now if I compile, I will see our unnumbered section added with the corresponding page number. If I go to logs and check the .toc, I will see that a line has been successfully added for our unnumbered section.